NGS Season 8 Division D West tonight. We got Bloodbath and Beyond versus we, the Pepegas. We're going to Alterac Pass first. And the pick was picked, or the map was picked by Bloodbath and Beyond. So we, the Pepegas here, are going to have first pick, first ban for Hero. And we'll see what we get going here. As I checked the NGS standings just a minute ago, I believe Bloodbath is just ahead of we the Pepegas. So we're going to see what happens tonight. If we can go catch up here. Sylvanas, first ban out, which he's pushing with the objective on this map. Just so deadly to just paralyze those forts, towers, minions. Oriole ban, the classic meta healer ban right now. Will Bloodbath and Beyond be stuck with banning Ariel and Deathwing is the real question tonight. That's when you're in that second ban, and if the other team doesn't play it like that, you can kind of get stuck banning Ariel and Deathwing and not really banning out any targeted heroes, so to speak. Chromie coming out. They don't want the mage, the long-range sieging mage. So next ban here is, do we do it? Do we let Deathwing through? Or do we ban him? And thanks to everyone coming tonight, coming into the chat. Looks like we're already talking a little bit. Ooh, Deathwing is available, ladies and gentlemen. And then Johanna gets banned. We'll see who gets picked here, but as we wait for this next pick here, I think it's only right to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, Air of the Storm co-casting tonight, joining me. So Air's going to pop in from time to time and give his 2 cents. Air, you there, buddy?
I'm here, and thank you so much for the intro. Kale Fass making his way onto the match here, and I'm a little surprised that Deathwing did not get picked or banned. I mean, he is a pretty valuable character on this map, I feel like.
Yeah, and he still got through again. Anna first from Lexidecimal, and Rakamon Li Ming. So they're your mage picks for the fight, and I guess we'll see what happens. I did cast one game earlier this season where Deathwing was not picked or banned, and I don't know if there was a off the books mutual agreement or what to just let it happen. But it's always interesting to see how it all unfolds. There it is. No mutual agreement tonight. Battle Hill for We the Pepegas going with Deathwing. Boom. Going Alex Strazas too. So we're going Dragon Build, everybody. What do we think of that,
Double
Arrow?
Dragon. I think that's interesting. One of the things that kind of comes up specifically with Deathwing and Kael'thas is that if you have Deathwing on your team and Kael'thas is on the other team, it is very difficult to see living bombs on Death. I don't understand why, but it's just near impossible. So, Bloodbath and Beyond picking up Deathwing might have been a bit of a challenge. It's kind of a kind of countering yourself by doing that when they have the Kael'thas right out of the gate. Like,
that is interesting. I wonder if if Bloodbath is just gonna have to flex into just Bernie heroes. They ban out Malthael, so I wonder if we're gonna see like a Greymane or a Lunara here, something to just focus Deathwing down. But will that affect them in the long run if they have to switch up their picks too much to just focus on dealing with Deathwing while Kael'thas is just spreading bombs every which way?
yeah, and that definitely does pose an issue. Keep in mind though, Li Ming is, while not a direct counter to Deathwing, gets a lot of value. And there's the Greymane you mentioned. Also Leoric. Leoric gets super value to Deathwing
Yes.
in the solo lane. So it wouldn't surprise me to see that as the solo lane matchup. But Greymane Li Ming is a tried and true combo. And who I would like to see out of Diet Llama is Varian.
Ooh. I feel like I've seen Diet Llama play that in NGS before, so I know he can play a Varian. But that looks pretty scary. Garrosh Thrall, pretty pretty anti-Varian right there. Garrosh, I've always felt is just such a easy counter for Varian because you charge in and you're just tossed out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, Varian could take Warbringer to make that a little bit more survivable, but you're right. That would be a very difficult thing to play into. So you could see maybe a Johanna to help with the unstoppable.
So
Muradin
yeah,
also,
yeah,
yeah.
Johanna got banned, so Muradin's probably your next
Oh, you're
best
right.
pick there to just get tossed and jump away. And I don't think we'll see any swaps here. So
Oh, we just did.
Greymane. Oh, they did swap. Greymane
Yeah.
is Diet Llama. Yeah, Punk Rock Pirate is now Muradin. So we do see a little flexing there early. And here we go. Game one, Bloodbath and Beyond versus We the Pepegas. Time for an intro. And we're just getting underway here, and both teams showing the portrait synergy here with, I think that might be a Genji or for We the Pepegas, and just the classic Nexus logo for Bloodbath and Beyond.
If
So
I'm not mistaken, that might be the Probius logo,
the Probius
the
Nexus
emblem,
logo, I think you might be right.
because it had like some kind of almost matrixy like
Like it was
stuff
warping in,
behind
I
it.
could see that.
I could be wrong. There are
So
a few.
let's see Bloodbath and Beyond here. Lexi Decimal being as on Anna, Wraithling on our Leoric, Rackham on Li Ming, Diet Llama on Greymane, and Punk Rock Pirate on Muradin, and I'll take it over to Arrow, introduce We the Pepegas.
Alrighty, we've got Battle Hill playing the Deathwing, Freya on Alexstrasza, Salsto playing Kael'thas, Chelsea on the Thrall, and Garrosh going to be played by Luchamite.
And the classic, oh, we're not all poking. Leo already bought Start the Soak. I'm sure we'll see that once the wave gets there, as they just let Ming and Deathwing KT just a lot of poke, do their thing. We'll see how fast we get a rotation out of with Pepegas. And there they go. Kael'thas is off to bot to help deal with Leo. And it looks like Deathwing and Murr are going to be in the top lane, so the dwarf versus the dragon. We'll see how that fares, as there's a little stalemate mid. And they're just going to be poking around. Ooh, Thrall rotated down to deal with Leo instead of Kael'thas. Kael'thas looking for stacks? Let's take a look. No, Kael'thas is looking for globes, it seems. Thrall, excuse me, did go Chain Lightning, Circle of Life for Alexstrasza. So we got a few early quests popping up. See how that fares for them.
I do want to point out, so Alexstrasza going into that Abundance Counting Circle of Life is so much value, because not only, she's the only hero that can, in a way, heal Death, and that's how she does it, is through that Circle of Life. But in addition to that, she's going to give globes to Kael'thas, which in turn increases his mana addict, gives him more mana, gives him bigger shields. Like, this is a really high value combination between these two.
Good call there, Arrow, and let's see how it pays off for him. Early camp here for Bloodbath and Beyond, so they're going to have to, with Pepegas going to have to deal with that as 4 approaches. They push Deathwing off the top lane just temporarily as Thrall and Leo are smacking away in the bot. 4 is picked up now for Bloodbath. 4 has just arrived just in time for with Pepegas. Garrosh grabbing his Unstoppable. Thrall going the Wolf quest. I love that, hitting that quest. So fulfilling, as we see with Pepegas grabbing their siege camp. Leaving Ming to soak mid. We still have Muradin Deathwing dealing top, and Thrall is Hearthing to get ready for the objective. So if they don't have a rotation, they're going to miss this bot soak as it heads up to the wall. Gray main is just waiting for a camp. There's 15 seconds left, and he doesn't care. So they're going to try and get double camp here if they have enough people to burn it. And yeah, they missed a little bit of XP in the bot lane, the Pepegas did. And Deathwing's still top, but all he has to do is fly, and 8 seconds later he's in the bot lane. So he's just going to soak this as Muradin Hearthed. So we get one more wave of XP.
So I do have to say, the talents that Thrall has taken so far are the fun talents. Like it feels great getting Crash Lightning completed, and it feels great getting that Frostwolf pack completed.
Yeah.
But he's also on this map a lot of the time going to be in a solo lane. Which means he's not. I mean, we're 3.5 minutes in. He has 1 stack to Crash Lightning. So I don't know if it was necessarily the most advantageous for what they're going for. But it does mean that he's going to have to get a lot of those stacks from the control points. But they're going to rotate down after Thrall. He's going to use that Wind Rush to get, or Wind Fury to get out.
Looks like they just didn't have the right CC there in place to lock down that Thrall. 7's picked up before Bloodbath. There they go. Let's see if that helps even this fight a little.
Now, Deathwing did go into Skyfall, so he's going to be able to drop meteors down onto players when he can see them.
Right.
So he can stall out an objective if there happens to be a minion or some other way to see them. But it's not like other maps, like a Towers of Doom or Garden of Terror, where he can see them always.
Ooh, the throw on the Muradin, he just jumps right out. And camp captured. So we're gonna have a fight / defense here as Deathwing winds up. Bomb onto Kael'thas, doesn't matter. Wraithling going in deep. There's the quest for Thrall. He hits it almost immediately. Throw on a Muradin. Can he get out? He cannot. And that's a dead Muradin. Moving on to the other team. Huge orbs from Li Ming. Almost. They're 40 health on that Kael'thas. Deathwing is dead. Deathwing is dead. Garrosh is dead. There's the reset. Ming going in for it. Doesn't get the final kill, but they get the first objective. Ming resets, coming in big. They almost got a second one. That Kael'thas had 40 health there after that big orb to the face.
And that's actually, look at who died. Deathwing and Garrosh. Both of them are high armor heroes. Deathwing in the reverse of Garrosh. Obviously, Garrosh gets more as he gets lower in the other way for Deathwing. But that's exactly what I was talking about with Li Ming into the Deathwing. He's such a large target that it's easy to hit him with literally everything.
Literally any skill shot you get him.
And I do want to say Rackham's arcane orbs there were perfectly placed. He wasn't just going for the bombs onto Deathwing. He was getting bombs onto Deathwing and Kael'thas and Garrosh and Thrall. And that's why they ended up getting those resets and even the cooldown reduction from that level 4 talent, allowing her to just constantly put pressure into that.
And we see Rackham went the orb build, so he's getting cooldowns pretty easily.
Pretty good stacking so far here. 12 for the Globe Quest for Alexstrasza there.
With both of them 12, yeah. And as we have Muradin jumping in, stun onto Kael'thas. There goes the healing grenade. Greymane goes in, there it is. Diet Llama securing the kill with Greymane onto Kael'thas. We have Leo and Deathwing just poking around bot. And they might make a push here. Well, minions are about dead. And yeah, Garrosh will scare anybody off. One throw and it's all over. We have 10s picked up. We have Disintegrate, Entomb, Nano Boost, Haymaker, and Cursed Bullet for Bloodbath. Going with Cleansing Flame, Pyroblast, Burn Beneath My Shadow, Sunder, and Warlord's Challenge for with Pepegas. So decent lockdown. I'm surprised to see the Haymaker. You cannot Haymaker Deathwing.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see that as well. There's not like There's nothing specifically that he would be trying to interrupt. I guess he could use it to interrupt Kael'thas, but that would be good for his stun. I would have thought Avatar would have been the play here. You know, you get thrown in, and maybe you don't have your jump, so Avatar keeps you alive. But it seems like what he might be doing instead is daring Garrosh to throw him in, and then using the haymaker to punch out one of those squishies who he just got thrown into.
Right, a little reverse, you know, you throw me, I knock you back kind of move. As we have next objective spawning up in the top. Looks like Anna and New York just want to try and soak this last bit of XP. Both teams at level 12. Camp was picked up for a bloodbath, so they're going to have to stop and clear that. Garrosh soaking the top lane before he comes down. And here we are kind of converging on mid lane. And we'll see if those orbs work out well again for Rakamon, Li Ming. But ult's picked up a lot of burst, a lot of lockdown. We have not seen the Deathwing ult yet. We've Cataclysm yet. So we'll see what happens as Greymane is just clearing top. Gone in early there, Sunder, but Unstoppable was already popped for Wraithwalker, excuse me, for Leo. There's the Entomb. Punk Rock Pirate trying to get away. It has the armor. Pyroblast is canceled, so that's going to be on a cooldown. Cleansing Flame trying to kill Muradin. Muradin lives through it as Garrosh falls, trying to soak all that damage. And
Yeah, that was
the orbs. Yeah, go ahead, Arrow.
Yeah, that was a great entomb there from Leoric, blocking out much of the team and isolating Garrosh, ultimately, you know, forcing the Cleansing Flame and Alex
Right
Raza
around
to use
here
that
to
dragon.
kind of stop the flow of traffic was pretty clever. Oh, they're going on to Thrall now. There he goes. Ooh, cursed bullet right onto Deathwing as he lands. Ooh, Leo gets burnt up. And objective picked up. We are trying to burn Garrosh, and we do!
The kill with the haymaker, no less.
Oh, and the disintegrate on the end of the Deathwing. My goodness, we the Pepegas just falling apart at this second objective. I've never seen a Garrosh just burn so quickly to two people. That's a tough break here.
Yeah, Garrosh's survivability is closely tied to his ability to hit a Bloodthirst on somebody.
Ooh, we have the Entomb onto Thrall. Sunders himself to try and get out of it. Anna's healing him. There's the Disintegrate. Root to stop it. There you go. But objective picked up. A second objective. 7 kills to 2 in favor of Bloodbath. And they're going to have to try and get a fort here. Mid is about half health. Or excuse me, top is half health. Mid and bot seem pretty full.
And I think what I would like to see here is I would actually like to see Bloodbath, you know, force down a lane, preferably away from their opponents. So right now they're going to start with mid, but I would like to see them immediately after this going into the
Haymaker on
bottom lane.
Straza, stun on the Straza. There's the Disintegrate. The new Skullcracker hits. The chase is on. Oh, he jumps for the kill. And now Disintegrate onto Kael'thas with another stun. Huge orb onto Thrall. Another Disintegrate. Li Ming. That's why you love the resets, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. 3 kills in the mid. And Deathwing is now down to like 1 bar of health. Oh, misses the Entomb as mid continues to be pushed here. Only having Garrosh and Deathwing to defend. And people, it looks like the pings are on it saying, hey, we got to do something. Deathwing's bombing it from above, just trying to help. 16s have been picked up for Bloodbath. There goes mid keep.
So at this point, they've got the full set of
Haymaker?
onto the Kael'thas. That was what I was talking about earlier.
The pipe of that Disintegrate. That was perfect from Bloodbath and Beyond. As soon as the Haymaker hit, Disintegrate was already out, and he just traveled straight down the Disintegrate laser. Wow. Bloodbath living up to the name tonight.
Absolutely. 11 kills to 2. You know, you showcased that earlier that that Bloodbath and Beyond was, ahead, and they're continuing that. They're up their level 16s. They're going to head to the bottom boss. And I think that's very likely that they get both bosses, because this boss is going to have to be defended or it's going to take out that bottom keep.
Absolutely. And there it is. And I think this is just, we have it all, but let's get more kind of attitude from Bloodbath right now. Just they know we the Pepegas are kind of on their heels, so let's just grab both bosses. They don't have 16 yet, so they'll be down a talent here if they try to fight. So let let bot boss just die and use that to take top boss.
And not only that, but once they're done with this, they can just go get their siege camp. And you don't need the bosses to take down the keeps. They're really just there to put some damage out, but maybe they get something, right? Bottom is going to get part of that wall down. Top will probably finish off the 2 towers there.
Yep.
And that's it. But you know what? That sets the stage. The minions waves are pushed up more because they've got catapults with them, and makes it so that your cavalry now are going to go right into the keeps.
And we see the rotating as 5-16 finally achieved for we the Pepegas. And they just have to respond to the boss, and they're just going to end up given this objective if they don't force a team fight in time. Boss
Yeah, I think
falling. There it is. Just about dead.
Yeah, I think once it was about 30%, I think I would have left it, because now they have 25 seconds to stop this channel. That's not a lot of time, especially when you're going to have Li Ming bombs coming into your face.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they stall this out. Muradin jumps in, gets rooted. There's the disintegrate. Ooh, Ming thrown into the Deathwing. Taunt comes and misses on the Ming. Ooh, Garrosh killed. Somehow, Li Ming survives. Muradin falls. Entomb onto Deathwing. Will Leo live? No, he will not. Ooh, neither will Thrall. Nice orb there. Trying to go on to Kilthos. His Greymane gets the kill right before Pyroblast. We have not seen a successful Pyroblast this game, Arrow.
Yeah, and I think that it's easy to say this now, but I think that Phoenix would have been the right call, because that would help out with the objectives, help you to stall out an objective very easily. It's also just an easier one to land. I understand taking the Pyroblast, though, because they really don't have any defense against it other than bomb heals. So if you get a Pyroblast onto an Ana, she's basically just out of the fight.
Absolutely, and just when you're tied up with a point like that, it's just so easy to just throw that Phoenix down and try and get the fight with him, especially with taunt. But Rackham falls there. No Li Ming for this fight. Ana trying to heal. Ooh, there comes Cataclysm onto Ana and Leo. Ana thrown back. That's going to be it for her. But will the core survive? It will. Half health at the top keep and less than half health at the bottom keep. So 2 deaths on the side of Bloodbath. Ooh, will we see an Entomb? There's the stun. Knockback. Cursed Bullet. Wow. Just while the Pepegas was trying to clear everything out, the rest of Bloodbath just pounced. Level 20 picked up. Double Haymaker as Wraithling falls. Too much fire for the Skeleton King.
Yeah, and I like this has been a good defense from We the Pepegas. They successfully defended their core. They got several kills out of this. They did lose their Kael'thas, which feels bad, but okay. They lost all their keeps. Now that means they can't let Bloodbath get a single boss. They can't let Bloodbath stall them out at the objectives. And if they die, they lose the game. If they lose 2 people, they just lose the game.
And they had a good Bloodbath and Beyond had a good 2.5 level lead. That is gone. 20 is just around the corner now. So this next team fight will be on even talent tiers, since I think first time in a while. So that could really change things here as we go Draconic Discipline, Ignite, Conflagration, Thunderstorm, and Earthshaker for our level 20s on the side of We the Pepegas, Bloodbath Beyond going Tower Shell Element, Burning Despair, Grand Slam, Dynamic Optics, and Hunter's Blunderbuss. Oh, it
So
looks like
just to
we're...
clarify, those were actually the level 16s for We the Pepegas. They just got their level 20s.
Oh my god, you're right. Thank you. That's why I have a co-caster. Titanic Might being picked up, so he's going to throw two people now. As Nexus Blades, Stood in the Fire, Master Flames, and Ancient Flame. Those sound like Storm Talents. You're right.
So the Living Bomb Spread Eternal. Oh, never mind. We've got Entomb coming out.
Oh,
Muradin.
knocked out is Alex Straza, though.
Yep.
Real low is that Garrosh. Muradin goes with him. Another kill onto the Thrall. And here, do we have Pyroblast success? Yes, we do.
Nope.
Well, not really. Oh, Alex Straza from above. 4 to 2 kills as Rackham teleports into Alex Straza. Ooh, there's the Shrink Ray. Oh, come on. Wow. What a turn of events for Bloodbath and Beyond. And it looks like we have Alex Straza and Deathwing going for boss. Can they do that? I guess we're about to find out.
Maybe. I mean, she's able to heal him with the healing globes.
There it is, everyone. Double Dragon. We've been waiting all game for it.
I'm not certain. I'm still not certain. They haven't taken that much damage. Getting stunned does not help the Alex Straza.
Yeah, there you go. Leo's now up to help push them off just enough.
Yeah.
As they had to go back and clear all the waves. They still have no keep, so this could end up being a very frustrating battle for We the Pepegas. Certainly an uphill one, having no keeps, having constant pressure. Bloodbath are going to say, let's get our siege camp to add to that pressure. Objective is spawned. No one from either team has touched it. I think we're all just waiting on respawns. We the Pepegas grabbing their camp as well.
Yeah, and man, this is a tough place for We the Pepegas because, like, you can't even do a risky boss play or something like that because the boss won't do anything.
Correct.
They have to get an objective. That's the only way that they're gonna win this. They have to get some of these heroes down, and then take over the objective and get some push with it. At level 21 almost, or at 21 minutes into this game rather, the objective is gonna do a ton amount of value.
And there we have it. Oh, Kenny. Oh, just barely. Garrosh cancels it out. Haymaker onto Thrall, and getting chased by Muradin, but we're onto Anna. Anna's dead. Muradin's dead. Kilthas is dead. A lot of damage onto Deathwing, but not enough as Greyman and Leo fall. There's the Deathwing kill. Li Ming trying to burn down the rest of the team. Again, level 20s coming into play here for We the Pepegas, and we got to pause. Oh, and an unpause. That was close. Now is not the time to pause.
So,
Core.
that was absolutely just bonkers. But yeah, you're right. The core's sitting at half health. Thrall's going back, trying to clear it up. There's a full wave below him there. I mean, I don't know. This is a lot of damage from the Reavers.
Having only Thrall, Alex has came as well to try and clear it. The siege camp doing damage. That could be it. There you go. Winions, everybody. That's what happens when you have no keeps left late game. My goodness. Arrow, I'm glad you were there to witness that with me.
That was absolutely bonkers. Like, you don't see Winions just straight up winning the game very often on a map like Alterac. Like, minions get to the core all the time because of, one lane or another, but it's very rare that they actually kill the core. In this case, they had 3 lanes of pressure plus the siege camp, and that was just way too much to overcome with, who they had left. They just had the Garrosh, the Alex Straza, and Thrall.
What a match. I don't know if that's Blizzard or that's me. Everything looks good on my end, but Blizzard's not giving me stats. Oh, I just got a private message from Rackham from Bloodbath and Beyond. He said, Diet Llama disconnected. Give us a minute. Timer starts at 9:33 is what he just whispered me.
Okay.
Oh, because it's 9:33 where they are. And I'm gonna take this time to update the score there. That is one for Bloodbath, and what a one! Everyone in chat is liking that one, so great work. I'm gonna come
Yeah.
back to maps here because we getting zeros for stats because of the disconnect, I believe.
Oh, that's interesting. I have the stats. It took a little bit for the stats to load. I wonder why they're not loading for you.
Yeah,
It's strange.
but there were our bans and picks for the teams tonight on the maps. Interesting ones. Usually you see Braxis and Dragonshire banned, but not this one. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna turn it over to you, Arrow. I'm gonna find the team so we can get back into game two.
Okie doke. Um, so we did have some interesting variations on talents, and at the end there, I thought it was actually getting to a point where Thrall was going to be just oppressive, right? Using that crash lightning with Li Ming having glass cannon with an Ana and being able to use the crash lightning to those get those far back heroes to come down in health pretty quickly was going to be absolutely stellar. Now, Crash Lightning finished at 23, so he never quite got it, and I think a lot of that was because of that 3.5 minutes that he spent in the very early game, and of course the rest of the game too, getting P. Just going 1v1, you can't stack Crash Lightning hero; it's just impossible. So so that didn't quite work out as probably as planned for them. Um, it's not the direction I would have taken, but I understand why they think that it could have gotten to that point, and it almost did. Getting a full team wipe earlier, they had another, or I guess it was the other way around. They got a 5-man team wipe earlier. They got a 4-man team wipe minus the Li Ming. So there was a lot of potential for them to make it. It just took a long time for their team to come online. The Leoric also, like, I've gone through a lot of games kind of flipping back and forth on whether Leoric goes full Drain Hope build into a Deathwing, or if he takes that ominous Wraith rather, and reducing everybody's damage. The 50% damage reduction is just absolutely huge. And again, Deathwing's an easy target to hit. So if he can hit the Deathwing and the Thrall, then you're good. You can actually set that up pretty easily to make sure that your DPS can win that out.
I've communicated with the other teams. It looks like your map pick is going over to We the Pepegas, so it's going to be first pick for Bloodbath. Arrow, where you want to guess we're going? Take a guess.
Let's see. So the map bans came up for me. So they picked Alterac, they banned Skytemple Curse. So they're probably not going to go to a macro map. I would think they would go either Braxis or Tomb. So I'm going to say Braxis.
We are going to Volskaya Foundry.
I knew it. As soon as I was like, they're probably not going to take a macro map, I was like, oh, they're going to go to Volskaya.
Hindsight.
Sound like an idiot.
Oh, and I clicked the ban button, not the pick button. Let's do the pick button. There we go. All right, so I'm going to make this map here and do an invite, and we're going to get underway. So first pick is going to be for Bloodbath, and I will put the in chat here. So stand by.
Cool.
So again, thanks for
So,
everyone for joining the chat on Twitch. I see ya, I hear ya, and you know what? I appreciate ya.
so Volskaya Foundry, just because of the fact that, now I feel like I have to redeem myself on my statement there. We have some people coming in that are not supposed to be.
Yeah, I
I
got him.
think that cool. Anyways, so Volskaya Foundry has a little bit of macro and a whole lot of team fight anyway. So it is another map that kind of plays to the strength of what Bloodbath and Beyond just did. At least the first 20 minutes of that game, and then the last 2 minutes of that game were all about we the Pepegas. 100%. Well, like once 20 hit, we the Pepegas were like, nah, this is our game. And I think that if they had even one structure up, that they probably find themselves in a very good, possibly even, find themselves in win that game. So it's going to be on them to adjust, take a comp on Volskaya that they can team fight earlier in the game, so that they don't find themselves down, 6 structures going into that late. Volskaya is a map that oftentimes goes late. Going into 3 and 4, protector points. But it is a map that you can win on the second one. If you have an appropriate team balanced for it, and you get that second protector and you get, enough kills and you already got the fort down, like that can turn into a game right there. So they don't want to take too long on that.
And we're in a bit. Oh, there we are. We got a ready from the team captain from we the Pepegas. So I'm going to start this. We got ready from Bloodbath and Beyond. So first pick going over to Bloodbath. Let's start this up and see what's happening in over in Mother Russia.
Are you doing the intro again or no?
I'll do the intro going into the game.
Got it. So I wonder if we'll see the Deathwing again. I think that Deathwing, Deathwing can get a lot of value on Alterac Pass. I don't think he got nearly as much as he could have. It's a little bit harder to get that value here. So it wouldn't surprise me if neither team.
Yeah, and with we the Pepegas not winning one objective, it's hard for Deathwing to drop that Cataclysm and get the push, but Bloodbath and Beyond just doesn't want to deal with it anyway, and they're just gonna get rid of them. So they have first pick, so it looks like they didn't have that in their heads for a pick tonight either.
Yeah, certainly not. At least not in this game. Now, the standings for these teams here, Bloodbath and Beyond had 18 points. We the Pepegas had 15. So it was possible for We the Pepegas to catch up and tie Blood in the standings. Would have put them ahead of them. Obviously, that's not going to happen now, but there are 2 other teams in between them. So, just because they lost the first match doesn't mean that there isn't still significant value for Pepegas, because they could pass. They're tied currently with Baddest Dudes, and then Psystorm has 16 points, so they're 1 ahead of them. So they could certainly pass 2 teams and find themselves going from 7-5.
So we got a chance. We got a chance here, and I always find this interesting when I don't know if you see this a lot in your games, Era, where a team that just played a hero in the next game will ban that hero that they just played out. And we just saw it twice here with the Anna ban from Bloodbath and the Kael'thas ban from We the Pepegas.
Yes, so that does happen a fair bit, especially oftentimes just like with these were early pick heroes. That's a big surprise.
Okay.
You don't see first pick Lilies very often.
The immediately lock John and Li Ming, 2 very strong characters on this map. I don't know if we're going into something specific here for Bloodbath to insta lock a Lili. And there's Varian from Diet Llama. There's Dahaka from Lexi Decimal.
So that is interesting.
That's one way to put
I
it.
like. I still don't. I don't understand. Leela's a hero that you typically take in response to something selected by the other team. So they could very well be saying, you know what, we're not going to take heroes that benefit from auto attacks. So let's just make sure that you can't take somebody that you're comfortable with, maybe like a Zul'jin.
Yeah, Zul'jin is pretty popular here. So is Raynor. Just to be able to hang behind a tank and just pew pew away from either of those heroes. Yeah, interesting. But there's the Deckard ban. I'm not sure if that was targeted or they just don't want to fight over triangles and getting cubes thrown at you while you're trying to hang for the objective here.
Deckard and Johanna, that's a really good combo, and Li Ming throwing, arcane missiles and arcane orbs into that would be pretty rough to deal with. So that's not a big surprise.
And we have our next picks here from with Pepegas going down to the wire. Sonya and Stukov. Sonya popular on this map, just so easy to wave clear, grab either camp, siege or the turret. Stukov sending out the heal, a lot of heals.
I knew it! Oh, I wish I'd said it earlier. I didn't want to say it because of the timing, but I was like, the only reason they would take Lily is to pick Butcher, right? That's the only reason to take Lily. Oh man, I love it.
And Kel'Thuzad. Roots will line up the stuns, or stuns will line up the roots. I mean, decent peel though from We the Pepegas with Johanna unstoppable. Li Ming has a teleport. Stukov can take a shove or a swipe at 10 to try and get that combo away from you. I mean, bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him here.
No doubt. No
Oh,
doubt.
we just say, let's just go damage, go double mage against the Butcher. Wow.
So, Bloodbath and Beyond at this point are secure. There's nothing that can happen to them to change their standings. So, they are 100% at 4th place. Nobody can catch them. They can't go up any higher.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're kind of in this boat of, all right, let's just have some fun.
And they will have fun right after this video. And we are back in it. So we got a game for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for everyone watching. I think you'll be in for a good one. On the side of Bloodbath and Beyond, we have Dialama on Varian, Wraithling on the Butcher, Punk Rock Pirate on Kel'Thuzad, Lexidecimal to Haka, Rackham on Lily. I'll turn it over to you, Arrow.
Alrighty, over here on the right for We the Pepegas, we've got Salsto playing the Sonya. Freya gonna be playing that Stukov. Johanna on the Battle Hill. Sorry, the other way around. Battle Hill on Johanna. Ryder on Li Ming. And Chelsea gonna play in Gul'dan. So double mage here for We the Pepegas. Which feels maybe a little bit, normally I wouldn't like it, but they've got a pretty strong front line, so I think that might be okay.
And here comes the poke. I think we're just going to play back here. Both stacks from Kel'Thuzad and Butcher, so they want to get those early. Quest for Gul'dan, he did go Echo Corruption.
Yeah, I mean I like what I'm seeing for the most part here. So these are good talents, and I actually like having Johanna be, when I'm playing Kel'Thuzad, I like having Johanna being the target of my chains, because it makes it so much easier to triangulate where to put that root and lock somebody down. She's gonna pop that unstoppable. They're gonna get brought into her, and then suddenly you've just got 2-for-1 easy.
That's a good point. And well, there's chains being thrown out, silence being thrown out. Varian just doing a little poke action. But Varian's got to be careful. Double Mage, I feel like, could eat Varian early. I mean, his W is only going to stop basic attacks, so until he gets his Protect at 10.
Yeah, he's in a little bit of an awkward place. It wouldn't actually surprise me if he even... I mean, I doubt he will, but it wouldn't surprise me to see a DPS. Varian in trouble right now for that exact reason.
Wow.
And Gul'dan with the Fell Flame finishing him off.
And yeah, we called that one as Bloodbath and Beyond grabbed their turret. Sonya is working down the turret for We the Pepegas. It's going to be First Blood. There we have level 4 now, so we're going to see Taunt Varian. So
as expected.
Yeah.
I mean, really. But it wouldn't have surprised me to see honestly a C-Smash variant.
I mean, Butcher and Colossus Smash does sound pretty scary.
Yeah, and then you've got a tongue right after it. Like, it's not the right call. It's a QM call, but it wouldn't have surprised me again, since they're kind of playing this in a we don't really have to worry about what happens with this game stance. At least that's my perspective on what I'm seeing. Because they're playing that, it wouldn't have surprised me to see this.
Now, both teams, as the first objective spawns in the mid, both teams have picked up their siege camp, and Bloodbath say, you know, while we're here, let's just grab the heal camp to go with our turret. We the Pepegas are going to hold the point early, start that counter going. There's heal camp for Bloodbath. Just missing the orb there from Ryder.
So I will say this, you mentioned earlier about the Stukov arm and things like that, Johanna peels, basically all the peels. But I think that really the clutch of all of this is Stukov's silences. And so when when Butcher charges in on somebody, he drops the silence there. He's done. The stun happens, but he can't hamstring him. He can't do any of that. Nobody's going to come in to help him because they can't. So, we'll see. I mean, yeah, the disengages are great also, but if he's good with his silences, Butcher could just find himself posed.
Oh, Varian goes right on to Stukov, who's holding silence, and Kel'Thuzad just stuck on it, gets deleted. Here comes overtime. Dahaka has borrowed in, but these orbs are huge. And the Fell Flames. Double Mage putting in work. Ooh. Lexi Decimal barely gets away.
I gotta say, as I watched Wraithling, fall lower and lower and ultimately leave that fight, all I could think about was, nope. Don't want to lose my stacks. Gotta get out of here. Protect me. Everybody else can die, but not me.
Exactly. Just, if he stacks, and those mages are going to be in serious trouble later. And here we have the classic go for the pool with the first objector. Here's the charge of Gul'dan. Big heal, though, from Stukov to help deal with it. Oh, but there's the root. Can we get the follow-up? There they go. Gul'dan falls. Kel'Thuzad, dangerously low, gets a cleanse from Lili to help get him out of there. He's going to live. Still have a little bit of an XP lead here for Bloodbath, as Varian and Johanna are poking around bot. And this is going to be defended. The Bloodbath did lose pool top, which is the thing to do on this map.
And I mean, this is going to be an uphill battle for Bloodbath and Beyond until they get Butcher stacked. And then I don't know that it's a lot better. Having the Sonya and Johanna as a very strong front line, if Butcher charges in alone, which he doesn't really have dive heroes to go in with him, other than maybe Very. Butcher died.
We have yet to see taunt. 10s have been picked up, so we're gonna for Bloodbath, Jug of 1,000 Cups, Lamb to the Slaughter, Shield Wall, Shadow Fisher, Dahaka with isolation. Tens on the other side. Leap, massive shove, bless shield, disintegrate, and horrify. So some real good CC from both teams here. Let silence, stuns. I mean, these could be some messy team fights.
So there's one other thing to keep in mind, and this is a recent change, is that Unstoppable now prevents blinds. So it's going to be on Johanna. It used to be that, oh, Butcher's charging in, just pop a blind off on him, because then he's not going to do any damage. But you have to be really careful about your timing on that now, because if you're too early, your blind is wasted, and now he's just going to eat up.
And as the teams poke around here, worth noting, Echo Corruption almost finished, 33 of 40, 13 out of 34. Oh, the charge goes in, leap away, fear away, Cups is up. There's Disintegrate, couldn't get the taunt. Oh, there's the Lamb on the Johanna and the Silence. Here comes the Kel'Thuzad ults, but Sonya spins the win away, and the orbs get Lily.
I can't believe that.
What a weird who's ulting who fight, and it looked like they were out, and then we the Pepegas re-engaged and got a really quick kill on Lily there with Cups being down.
Yeah, that was pretty fantastic. Kel'Thuzad sitting at 16 stacks, just got his Glacial Spike. So it's going to be a little bit easier for Kel'Thuzad to get additional stacks now. But we are 12 minutes into this game. Kel'Thuzad does a significantly greater amount of damage when he gets to that 75% bonus.
Ooh,
missed the root there.
Gul'dan. Shadowfisher misses 90 health on the Gul'dan as Varian gets massive shoved away. Popping Iron Skin as Johanna to get out of that Kel'Thuzad combo. And we're going to get a Hearth here from Johanna. Sonya is still soaking bot for We the Pepegas. And Butcher's soaking mid to try and get his stacks. He's at 146, 147 now, excuse me.
So 13s are up for We the Pepegas, just a little bit advanced. Now, I think this is a ballsy move, taking Glass Cannon into this team. Stukov, however, sticking around a little too long.
And he's going to pay the price for it. I mean, we just saw 3 ults pop to kill him, but they have no healer now. So, worth it? Turret was dropped on the side of We the Pepegas, so they don't have any items anymore. Oh, Johanna does have a heal camp if she decides to join the fight. Ooh, Glacial Spike hits. Horrify, though. Butcher charges in. There we go. Leap onto Varian from the Johanna, or the Sonya. Goes back in. No dice. Ooh, dangerously low from Kel'Thuzad. Gets a heal from Lily. They gotta Bloodbath's gonna get back on this point while Gul'dan's dead. So nice little stagger, 192 stack for Butcher. So he's gonna want to grab these last few minions here to get even closer.
One more wave and he's got it. And it looks like there might be enough. Yeah, there's plenty of time for We the Pepegas to get on the point. They just have to be, 4v5 for a couple seconds before Gul'dan gets here.
All right, there goes the heal camp. Taunt onto Sonya. There goes the Glacial Spike. A lot of damage going on to the Butcher. Butcher falls right before he gets his stacks. Oh no, and Dahaka. And going hard onto Bloodbath now. Rack him easy to get his fast feet away. My goodness, the one person you didn't want to die. I mean, what does he lose? 20 when he dies?
I
15.
believe so.
So he was,
oh, that's right.
Yeah,
he gets 20 now, right?
Loses 15, so
yeah.
he was just there. He's gonna need a few more waves or kills now to get back to that. Wow. Excuse me. So 5 kills to 3 in favor of We the Pepegas, as it looks like they're taking the heal camp now. Dahaka's burrowed in from the Hearth, and we're gonna try and get a re-engage here. Kel'Thuzad is on the way.
Peltzad close on his stack, sitting at 25.
Looking for a 25 on the Lion's Fang from Varian. Ooh, nice big orb. There's the charge. There's the taunt. Disintegrated and Horrify pop out, really splitting the teams here. Dialama is in way too deep. Focuses onto Butcher, it looks like. Silence comes out, and that's a dead Butcher again. Huge orb onto Ming with the resets. Trying to body here, but Dahaka can walk away. Nice Glacial Spike to try and slow him down. Will Varian fall? No, but Dahaka will. Wow. What another, again, weird fights of this game. Where you think it's going one way, and then it doesn't, and the turn just happens.
Yeah, this has been a very favorable game for We the Pepegas. You know, and I don't know. I think I got distracted. I was gonna say it's really ballsy of Li Ming to take Glass Cannon into a team that can just charge her. You know, and if Butcher does his charge and Pelthazad places his Shadow Fisher correctly, then she just died.
Yeah. Butcher is just going to hang bot during this push. They've lost bot fort and pool, which is where the next objective is going to be. 16's now picked up for Bloodbath. And there goes your mid fort as well. They're trying to hold on to XP. 17's approaching for We the Pepegas, and 10 seconds just are left on this protector that took very little damage. They're going to take top fort too. So
3 forts, that's incredible.
There was very little pushback on that protector from Bloodbath. I don't know if they had cold feet or because they were down a person, but Butcher is farming as best he can. There is a rotation happening. Let's see if they're going. They are going, but will they get to him in time? Here's the chase. Missed the leap. Missed the oh. So that's a bird cooldown, and Butcher scoots away. Dahaka grabbing the siege camp. 3 members of Bloodbath grabbing the turret. 195 stacked for Butcher, 27 for Kel'Thuzad. Echo Corruption did finish for Gul'dan on Vegas, and there you go. That's a stacked Butcher. Let's see what they can do with it now.
So 3 forts down. They're not quite in the same position as We the Pepegas, right? Before they get
here's
their
a charge
combo.
And there's the fear. Misses a lot of it because he was feared. His dropped his ult. Ooh, gets a heal though. Butcher's staying alive. Gul'dan has fallen thanks to all that damage being focused on him there in a tight little area. But they're gonna push Bloodbath back now and try and clear top siege.
And we did see there, I mean, so Li Ming's got 2,000 health. So the Ruthless Charge, Ruthless Onslaught did not, you know, quite get as much as it could have. But looking for it again. She's going to go ahead and teleport away, so she's fine.
Oh, there's the big leap, big orb onto, there's the silence. And wow, Butcher is just locked down there. Kel'Thuzad trying to do his best to dish it out, but cannot. What a good lockdown there, as Ming was just burning that Butcher away with Disintegrate.
Yeah, that was really solid of We the Pepegas to, you know, acknowledge Butcher charging in and make use of their cooldowns, make use of the silence. You may recall all the way back at the beginning of the game when I said, if Stukov drops silence, Butcher's going to have a very difficult time, and that's exactly what's happened. The last couple of times he's tried to charge in, even with stacks, he's finding it very difficult to get his abilities out with that silence.
And we have, well, it looks like we're just hanging around camps. Bloodbath clearing as Butcher has just spawned. Both teams on level 19, but 20 is just around the corner for We the Pepegas.
And I wonder if we'll start, you know, are we going to see Ariat Crater? Come on.
Are we?
I want to see it.
There you go.
We do!
So Crater with a silence under it, if she gets someone, it could be useful. As we have
Oh my
rotation.
god, this is gonna be so good.
So Bloodbath just trying to hit 20. Here comes another wave that they're gonna clear. Kip being picked up just in time. They gotta get out of there. There we go. Disintegrates down for 30 seconds. Siege Camp's available, but so is level 20. Of course, the Shadow Fisher ult from Kel'Thuzad. Slaughterhouse could be huge as well. Mistweaver for Lili. Glory of the Alliance, so we're getting healing from Varian. And Dahaka holding back as he throws in. Oh! Gets the charge, gets the silence, gets the taunt, and that's no Sonya. Fear has popped out, but doesn't get one silence, nothing. So they're just dishing it out, and all that soaked up cuffs was popped from Lili. We have the healing Mistweaver under the banner. Very clever there to just walk to the banner before you pop your Mistweaver.
And Mistweaver's such a strong talent. It gives Lili a nice AoE heal. It's a relatively short cooldown, which is reduced by fast feet.
Oh, but look at this. You say you killed us, but let's take your siege camp and clear this wave. And now Dahaka's gonna have to leave to deal with it.
I mean, I think they should have stayed.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they cannot get this protector at this point unless they try to fight it uneven. Well, I guess Dahaka's up top, but they still can't get it.
They got it.
Oh my
so
god, the
much
Kel'Thuzad
poison on the Kel'Thuzad.
by
Wow. He does have Phylactery. He could use that. There it is. Kel'Thuzad has returned. Dahaka still clearing top. Kel'Thuzad used Phylactery to spawn. All 5 members of We the Pepegas in defensive position here. We do not have a wave just yet from Bloodbath to try and soak some of this. A lot of damage onto... Ooh, going for it. There's the Lamb. Gets it. And Li Ming living by the glass cannon there. Living by the law of glass cannon. More damage. Another charge. Butcher going really deep.
Oh no!
Oh no! Just a whiff of the ults there from We the Pepegas, missing the fear and the shove and the area crater. Just hitting his own teammates, but it looked like Kel'Thuzad's ult was down at the time. He couldn't capitalize on it. They're going to try and push mid as the driver escaped. Okay. They're putting Butcher in the vehicle to stop him from doing that, it looks like.
If Shadow Fisher was off of cooldown, if it was available, they would have all died. He got the extra reset cast in addition to the 1.5 second reset.
Yeah.
It's been like Christmas.
It would have just been a machine gun of Shadow Fishers having 3 people stuck in a crater.
That would have been like, that was like scoring a goal in your own net in hockey or something like that. But if Kel'Thuzad had his Shadow Fisher off cooldown, that would have been like playing a game without an entire defense. It would have just been deleted. The keep would have been gone. Like, they're so lucky that that wasn't available.
We have 230 stacks now for Butcher, 22, so just a little bit of an XP lead here for Bloodbath, even though they're down 3 kills in the grand scheme of things. Dahaka just soaking those orbs right now. Trying to get a tongue. There it is. Taunt and tongue and stun and root. And there you go, Gul'dan. You don't like CC very much, do you, Gul'dan? I understand it. I understand it.
Yeah, and you know, that's happened to them twice now. It was Li Ming earlier, cooldown this time, and you know, these mages can't be the frontline targets. They have to rely on Sonya and Johanna. Speaking of Sonya, though, there it is.
There's the double silence. There's the ult from Kel'Thuzad as well. Sonya jumps away, but Stukov is destroyed. And now they're going to have to get their steel camp here.
Yeah, I think that with this minion wave coming up, I think they can start pushing this keep.
Yeah, it
Looks
looks
like
like
they
that's
agree.
what they want to. Yeah, they heard you.
I mean, and I don't see any way that this shouldn't be a dead keep, except for the fact that Li Ming's getting maximum value on Arcane Orbs
Oof,
and resets. Almost one right to the face of Lily.
that would have been big. Again, just
Oh, man.
barely an XP advantage for Bloodbath as Dahaka was soaking top and now grabbing the siege camp, and they might pull back and just say, let's grab a turret. So we'll have 2 turrets and a heal camp where we the Pepegas will have no items.
You know, and let's rewind about 5 minutes, right? At that control point C, we the Pepegas down a hero. So they went top, they got the siege camp, and then they pulled back. Had they stuck it out, they could have pushed down top, could have destroyed this keep. At worst, they lose the bottom fort.
Oh,
Up.
huge stun. Oh, what a chain. What a chain, then a taunt. Less shield. Oh, there's the Arya Crater. No follow-up for it, though. Silence is late from Stukov. And they're down one of their mages. As they're going to take this mid-fort now. As the next control point is going up. Chain misses there. 100 gold dam. Lucky for him.
So yeah, if they had that top keep down, this game would be in a completely different place. There would be constant pressure. Dahaka would not be able to have come into some of the fights. So yeah, it's
Ooh, Dahaka
an
just whiffed on the ult there, but there's the silence on Sonya. There's the charge and taunt from Varian. Cups is up. Area Crater to get away yet again. You're using Leap to escape, not to engage. Just really hurting the team there. To just keep jumping away and instead of just locking down the opposing team. That's going to hurt them in the long run here. If they just keep jumping away.
Yeah, I don't think there was much that she could do though. I mean, if she didn't leap, she was toast. But you're right. Like they need to have an engage, and Sonya is their engage. Johanna's not going to make it up there, so it's got to be on Sonya to set up these plays,
Ooh,
allow her mages to
They
get
see
big.
the Haka bot, huge damage. There's your engage. There's Bless Shield, Area Creator, still in the turret. The Dahaka was clearing bot, and the spray drop from Salsto, saying finally got ya. Wow. So Area Creator and Bless Shield with a Horrify was finally netted 2 kills right at the control point, and if they can get this, oh, they pulled off the control point, and Varian took it. So now it's a contested control point.
Well, that's unfortunate considering this is a 5-on-3.
Turret dropped. Varian just gets pushed off as he taunted. Another Area Creator misses, just barely though. And they're gonna, the Pepegas is gonna retake the control point, but I think that feels pretty good for Bloodbath to just hold off a little bit while the death timers are for Lily and Butcher come off, as Lily is kind of helping the objective there, but a lot of damage. There's the stun. Dahaka dead. Varian dead. So as Butcher and Lily spawn, Varian and Dahaka die, and that's the circle of life, boys and girls.
You know, I was going to say that it was really good of Bloodbath and Beyond because they were able to delay that long enough that they potentially could have gotten back on there for overtime. Because normally, if you die, even at 0%, if you die and the enemy team gets started on the channel, you cannot catch up before your player, spawns. But getting that 20 seconds or so in delay made a huge difference. But it doesn't matter if you throw your life away on a fortification.
And there goes the mid keep. Butcher kind of in a odd position. Silence misses, so that's going to be on cooldown for a little bit. We have a nice wave here from We the Pepegas and chaining Johanna to the protector, but Butcher just dove backline. He was sharking that whole time waiting. There's finally a massive shove.
What are they doing? Why are they not going core?
All the members
This
have
protector
spawned.
could melt the core by itself.
All the members have spawned, but it's a 26 level protector. They had it for another minute. They're pulling off because they lost Li Ming. is Butcher is not scared. I think they're going to engage when this thing pops.
Oh, 100% they do. And if we the Pepegas like lose anybody, it's game. Bottom keep is very low. I mean, this.
Oh, there's the charge into the backline onto Stukov. Doesn't have his ult though. Massive shove away. There's the nice. Oh, charge for Varian. Taunt on Stukov. Varian gets pushed away by the Protector. A lot of damage coming out from both sides, but they cannot get a kill. They're just gonna end up pushing that Protector back, and Li Ming has spawned.
Yeah, I was just looking at the damage here. Never mind.
Go ahead. Yeah, oh, there it pops. There's the charge on Stukov. There's the area crater. Orb misses though. Ult's coming out. Gul'dan is dead. Tongue onto Johanna. Butcher's chopping away at the bit here. There goes the silence, and it gets Johanna. Johanna falls. Stukov very low. Charge back onto taunt onto Sonya. There's the wow. Kel'Thuzad hits the chain onto Stukov in that fight, and Bloodbath and Beyond go for the quad kill, and they're already moving to the bot lane to try and clear this up, take pot for it, or keep, excuse me, and see if they can end this with only Li Ming defending Arrow. What a game.
I was gonna say they're not going on to the keep. The keep has at this point 2,000 health. That's a few auto attacks. They could have just walked up to it, but they're clearing the lane. So I still think they're fine. There's still 25 seconds before Johanna's up, and it's just leaving. And I have to say, I don't feel like this game was won by Bloodbath and Beyond. This game was clearly lost by We the Pepegas.
A lot of hesitation by We the Pepegas.
They did two things wrong there. They didn't go core. By the way, congrats, Bloodbath and Beyond. They didn't go core with the Protector. Losing Li Ming, whatever. You're going to lose people. That Protector does 2,500 damage per Q. It does almost 650 damage per auto attack at this point. The core has 27k. That's 10% per Q. You can destroy this in no time. And that's in addition to also giving you team. So that was the first thing. The second thing they did wrong was they set the Protector. I don't think they were watching the timer, because they had the Protector out in the middle of nowhere, exposing their two heroes in there, which was Sonya and Gul'dan, I think. So they just died when they came. Gul'dan did, at least. He doesn't have the
Wow. I mean, yeah, so much hesitation by We the Pepegas. It just, I feel like because it was a lot of stalemate fights, and then all of a sudden someone would get picked, it looked like they would back off and then re-engage on both sides. So I don't know. I'm trying to set up a interview here with Bloodbath and Beyond team captain Rackham. If you want to get in on this, Arrow.
I'm gonna actually step out because I'm gonna go set up for the cast. I've got 11:30.
Excellent.
But I want to say I appreciate you having me here. It's been a blast. Congratulations on your cast again, and appreciate you doing it.
Dude, that was so much fun having someone else to talk with and go over things and have your pro insight there. So I appreciate you coming. We'll do it again sometime for sure, or I'll hop on yours to repay the favor. You just let me know, man.
Right on, buddy. Good luck with the interview.
All right, thanks. Have a good one, Arrow. So everyone can go over and check on Arrow's game coming up. I'm gonna leave the call and hop into an interview with team captain of Bloodbath and Beyond, Rackham. So stand by here. Hello, Rackham, are you there?
Hey, what's up, man?
So me and Arrow were losing our minds casting that game, or both games, because just a lot of back and forth, a lot of weird fights that turned differently. What was the strat there, game two, with the insta-lock first pick Lily by you?
Well, so I told Wraithling if we won the first game, because we needed to win exactly one match to secure fourth place, and at that point we can't move up or down in the standings. So I told Wraithling, because he's been bugging me to play Butcher all day. I said, if we get one game, then you get to play Butcher. So I wanted to take Lily so he didn't get countered, and I kind of wanted to hide Kel'Thuzon and Butcher in the draft as well. Also, from the scouting report, Lily is one of the healers that Freya plays pretty well. So I'm like, there's really nothing else that's our priority first pick that I don't want to hide. So we go with the Lily, and I do have way too many ranked games with her, so I kind of know how to handle it. So it was
And
fun.
yeah, I mean, it worked. As soon as it popped, me and Arrow were just kind of confused, and then he was very excited when Butcher came up. So he didn't. Arrow mentioned he said to say hello, and he's in a different game he has to cast right now. But he did say that that was probably what was going to happen because you guys won the first game. That you were going to have fun game two, and fun was had by both teams there. Um, it looked like all the ults were just all over the place, just missing from both teams there for a little bit, and just I want to go to game one here. Garrosh countered hard by you on with Ming orbs constantly there, and the murdering of Deathwing. Was that the instant response when you saw Deathwing just to grab Leoric and Greymane?
Well, it wasn't so much, but yeah, it was to grab Leo and Greymane, and then that puts me on the main because that's I've been playing her quite a bit lately. Originally the plan was we were gonna have Llama Tank and Punk play Greymane, but we decided at the last minute, let's switch it up, and we put Punk on the tank because I think he felt a little bit better tanking, so we flipped it around. Both of them play Greymane very very well. Wraithling plays a really good Leo, so and I had a suspicion Deathwing might be in there. Unfortunately, we only get the three bans, so you can't get rid of everyone. But with them taking him, I was really comfortable with what we were going to do to counter it. So, and it turned out uh, to work.
I mean, yeah, it really did turn out to work. Um, great games. Those were highly entertaining games, for sure. And chat was kind of going crazy, yelling about giving direction to both teams and just very interactive. So it made for a good game, getting two very fun games here with the Instalock Lily into Butcher and their counter being double mage. So thanks for the interesting games and congrats on the domination today. Yeah, great game, Rackham. Any shout outs you got?
I got to give a shout out to We the Pepegas. That was a fun series. I mean, series like that are why we play the game. That was, it was chills, drills, and spills all over the place. That second game, when they got the last protector, we were kind of like, oh, here we go. That's level 23, 24 protector. But we managed to defend, and it was basically we all just called stall because the protector has a timer on it too. So, and we did get them to dance around a little bit with it. And then once they dropped the protector, then we had this Stack Butcher going crazy. So that last fight there was insane. So yeah, props to them. Also, I have a question for you. Did anyone notice that we all changed our emblems to a Butcher emblem before the second game? I don't know if anyone noticed that or not.
No, I missed that. We mentioned the emblems in first game where it looked like you all had the Probius Nexus symbol, and they had, I think it was a Genji symbol on the other team. So no, we didn't even notice it the
Yeah,
second game,
yeah,
but
yeah. It's not
smart.
one that looks like Butcher. It's like the stylized one. But we thought we'll give them a little hint, but but nobody saw it. It made us all chuckle, and we had a good time. And thanks for casting us. I'll give a shout out to Arrow for stopping by as a co-caster. I'm sure you guys entertained the masses, and I hope we gave Twitch everything they asked for tonight.
Dude, I honestly think you did. Those are two very hard-fought games, very entertaining, a lot of back and forth, and you guys came with a win both times. So congratulations, Bloodbath and Beyond. Rackham. I'll talk to you later, my man.
Thanks. Take it easy, everyone.
So there you have it. There's the stream tonight. Bloodbath and Beyond winning 2-0, taking down We the Pepegas in two awesome games. These games will be up on my Twitch for a while, and then they will be on YouTube as well, as with all NGS games. So please, 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 please keep supporting NGS. Uh, they would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Listen, we're just very appreciative people over here at NGS. So keep it going, and I'm going to send a raid over to Arrow's channel in just a second here. So I'm going to stop my recording, but keep the stream going. And let's go raid Arrow's channel, because he's cast in the game. Arrow of the Storm. Start raid. So again, thanks for